Hey, Trinity.
Hey Kevin, how are you?
Good, nice to see you again.
Good, great to see you.
Man, it's colder out there than I was expecting. I didn't pack warmly enough.
London is cold, but it rarely snows, so.
Yeah, well, it's looking like it might today.
Yeah, I actually did see that on the weather report,
Yeah.
so I don't want you traveling back in that.
Yeah, me either. I bet you the traffic gets hectic here when it snows.
Oh, it's bad. The metro's shut down. Like, you will not be able to get to the airport. So.
Oh, boy. Well, luckily this is my last meeting of the day.
That's good. Yeah, so
then,
we can go ahead and get started. I don't want to leave you out here hanging in the snow.
Terrific. Yeah, that would be awful. The last thing I need is a delayed flight. You know?
Right.
Well, last time I was here, you expressed interest in kind of seeing what big data can do.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, we've had Manchester United on the demo period,
Right.
in which we've used big data to identify and label changes in consumer trends in regards to your segmented revenue streams.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with that being said, I've prepared a report for you.
Okay.
And kind of outlined in this report is what we think is going on
Mm-hmm.
now in terms of consumer trends, what we think is going to happen, and how we can help you take action to stay ahead of the curve. So the way we compiled this report is we used the big data analysis and all the data we pulled from that
Mm-hmm.
to, like I said, identify changes in consumer trends. So with that being said, in this report, we've outlined some of the biggest threats we see for Manchester United.
Mm-hmm.
And as we've discussed in previous meetings as well, as we've seen, or as Manchester United has seen an increase in online viewership, subsequently we've seen a decline in match day attendance.
Mm-hmm.
And as you know, a decline in match day attendance results in a decline in ticket sales, a decline in
Right.
merchandise sales, food, beer, all
Right.
that stuff. So it's really important, especially amongst millennials, that they seem to be the biggest group from what we've seen in our big data.
Right.
That's kind of. So what we need to do, what Manchester United is faced with here, is kind of a double-edged sword, a battle on two fronts, if you will, where the increase in online exposure is really driving those revenue streams over here,
Mhm.
but match day revenue is 20%
Right.
of Manchester's revenue. So we need to find ways to incentivize people to continue coming to the games, but not at the expense of capitalizing on the remote viewership opportunities, right?
Right, which is really what we've been worried about these past 12 to 18
Absolutely.
months, for sure, our biggest pressing.
Yeah, and as you know, these changes are occurring very rapidly.
Right.
And as the CEO, I know you understand the headache of implementing new projects, kind of the lead time on that can take a really
Right.
long time. But in order to stay ahead of the curve, that's why it's so imperative that we act very soon.
Right.
Because we can let these opportunities slip right out the door if we don't act on them now.
Mm-hmm.
So also outlined in this report is kind of what we can do for you. So at Accenture, we believe data is the currency of the new economy, and empowering our clients to really harness the power of big data to make educated decisions,
Right.
if you will, is really kind of our biggest goal. And so in this report is also a little glimpse of a case study
Okay.
where the city of Chicago came to us, and they were looking for ways to identify value projects through the use of big data and government analytics to enhance service delivery.
Wow.
So what we can do for you is we can do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand, like I said, the implementation on a project like this can get really hectic, and I'm
Mhm.
sure that's a concern of yours.
I would say, yeah, that is our biggest concern right now because we don't have a lot of time to do
Yes,
that because we're
absolutely.
focusing on a lot of other things. So that's probably my biggest concern about all this because the rest of this looks great.
Yes, absolutely. Well, one thing that I can say is what Accenture also does, we offer marketing consulting.
Okay.
So we can offer you our software package, our big data, in addition to our marketing consulting, where what will happen is our team will come in and essentially they'll run the system.
Mm-hmm.
They'll operate the system, so while simultaneously training your staff to take over. So the real benefit in that is our team comes in and the system is effective immediately. We don't have to take time, to train anybody while.
It's a lot faster
Exactly.
than I thought it would be.
It's
Normally
effective.
it takes like months to get these things going.
So that was one of the things we really wanted to make sure we were doing right at Accenture, is making sure that our services are, useful immediately
Right.
to our clients. So what we'll do is we'll have our marketing team come in and they'll operate the system while also training your staff to take over, because, we're not.
An easy transition.
Exactly. And we're committed to your success long term.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want you to, we don't want the system only be functional while we're there.
Right.
That's why we want to train your staff to do it when we're gone too.
Wow. Yeah. So, we've actually been talking about this
Yeah.
for about a month now, and I've even talked to my team a little bit about it. So
Yeah.
I think this is definitely something we want to go forward with today.
Perfect.
Yeah?
Well, you say go, and our team's ready to get to work.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Kevin.
Thank you.
All right, let's do this.